Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Gemini, it's for you. Remember to watch all three so that you get a clearer picture of which part of you I resonate with most as a reader. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves ya. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. For your key to the week this week, you've got the strength card, right? So in all of these different areas of life, you are being asked to take bold, directive action, right? And to trust yourself implicitly, to trust that you have everything that you need inside you. But more importantly, it's not even knowing, the strength card isn't really about knowing that you've got everything that you need inside you, jumping card. It really is more than anything about knowing that you've got the grit and the determination to make stuff happen, right? You have it. And in all of these different areas of life, you are being encouraged to find your inner courage, to find your inner strength. Your jumping card was the Eight of Cups, right? So in your actions and options, you've got the Eight of Cups. You've got and the strength card is number 8 as well. So 2 8s represents new knowledge, new information, new wisdom. There is going to be a new set of understandings, a new amount of, not even a new amount, a new set of understandings, a new layer of wisdom, knowledge and information that you will be on command of as you come into this week, right? So as soon as you come into this week, you will find that you have, it's like you're really aware of it's like your knowledge base has grown at this point. And so as you come into the week, you're going to be like, yes, okay, you know what? I feel like I'm in the right space for myself. What I love most about this as well is by the time we get to Thursday, you will be ready to implement whatever this new knowledge or information is. But as we come into Thursday, there will be another layer yet again, right? Now, in terms of the options that are available to you, this gives you a chance to free yourself or to shake off the shackles in some regard. It gives you a chance to kind of say, okay, that's not working for me or it's holding me back, and this is how I'm going to move forward with it. For your communications and conversations, you've got the 3 of Swords. When it comes, so I will say with this as well, pay attention to Friday. Thursday and Friday both look to be very big days for you. Now, with the 3 of Swords here in your communications and conversations, so the 8 of Cups is you walking away from something. The 3 of Swords is you acknowledging that maybe it hurts to let go of or to release this thing or even this connection or this job or whatever the case might be, but you know it's for your own highest good. You know it's for your own best, and how you move forward and you navigate from here is really going to determine how big you can take whatever it is that you're trying to create. Now, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, for some of you, this might be that you're getting up the courage to say, you know what, this is not for me. I will say it looks like a lot of you may be walking away from some form of educational program. It might be that there's an aspect of your studies that you're not doing so well with, and you kind of say, you know what, it's painful to admit defeat, but actually it's best for me to let this go right now so that I can put my study and my focus elsewhere. When it comes to those of you that are employed by somebody else, this could literally be that you're plucking up the courage to tell your boss that you're leaving. It could also be that you're plucking up the courage to tell your boss or your company, I'm no longer available for this aspect of the job, right? And a lot of people, like when I say that to them, like, oh, but it's in my job spec. Yes, but you can refuse to do a certain duty as long as you can prove that you have grounds to do so, right? As long as you can say like, yes, and the reason I'm not going to do this is because I feel like it's a part of a different department or whatever the case might be. Your case has to be strong, and you're a Gemini. You can talk yourself literally into and out of anything in the world. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this may actually be where you fire a client. I would not be surprised. Now, the Three of Swords it's a separation that hurts the heart, right? Which means that whatever or whoever you're releasing yourself from, maybe this is a big portion of your business. Maybe this is someone that has been with you since you started your business. Whatever the case might be, this is you releasing or moving away from some form of connection within your business that you know is no longer, it doesn't have the same effect anymore. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, whatever, excuse me, whatever information comes in when you get to, by the time you get into Thursday, whatever information it is that finds you, I think that's what's going to create a situation where you realize something is a deal breaker, where you're kind of like, no, actually, you know what, this is not working for me. I'm not up for or open for this, and this, or A, B, and C. Before we get into your love and relations, I just want to say, I have been feeling around into this. I've been working on something behind the scenes, and it's something that a lot of you have actually asked me for. If you enjoyed Mindset Magic and the whole setup around that, you are absolutely going to love this. I'm really, really excited to bring it to you. It's not the first of its kind, but it is going to be the first of its kind for Radiant Reality. And to be honest with you, there's no one doing this the way that I'm going to be doing it. So I really, really am very excited. I can't wait to bring this to you. All eyes on the 18th. So you want to stay tuned for that. You want to be ready. You want to be prepared. And you also want to make sure that you have time on that day to set aside, because it's gonna be pretty awesome. And as I say, I'm really excited about this. It's something that a lot of people have asked me for. It's something that a lot of you, for those of you that have taken Mindset Magic, as I say, I think you guys are going to know sort of roughly what this is, but stay tuned because I have something new coming for you. It's super accessible. All right, that's all I'm going to say. So stay tuned, all eyes on the 18th. For your love and relations, you've got the Six of Pentacles. So this week, right, you're naturally very good at negotiating. It's something that you're really good at. It's something that you are, you have the natural gift of the gab. However, that Six of Pentacles does represent something that does need to find balance or harmony. And with the Eight of Cups and the Three of Swords here, there is potentially something that arises within a relationship that could be, it's not a guarantee, could be a deal breaker. It's really, whether it is or isn't, is going to rely very heavily this week on what it is that you really need in order for you to feel safe and secure within your relationship. That Six of Pentacles, this may be a conversation around money, finances, and resources. It's possible that that's where the discordant energy is coming from in or within a relationship. Maybe it just feels unevenly stacked. I know, so the last relationship that I was in, I'm always happy to share. The last relationship that I was in, things were, and at the very start of that relationship, things were unevenly stacked. Like, this person was earning a lot more than I was, and I always felt like, it's horrible, right? I'm a guy, I've got pride and all the rest of it. And I found it really, really difficult because I'd already been in a relationship where someone kind of tried to hold that over me. So I was, fierce, and I've always been fiercely independent. I don't like to be, I'm an Aquarius, darling, my air signs. But by the end of that relationship, the tables had completely turned, right? I was the one that was earning more than the other person, and it created some weird dynamics, right? So it's not always, and this is the thing, when you say that kind of stuff around relationships, everyone's like, oh yeah, it's because they, you're earning more money than them. Sometimes it's the other way around, and sometimes that's the thing that makes you feel inadequate in the relationship. All right. Now, for those of you that are single and looking and ready to mingle, I gotta be honest, this is not necessarily, it's not that it's not a great week. No, it's not a great week for love, all right? That Six of Pentacles, you could find somebody who is in a similar situation to you, that is in the build phase of their lives, and that could be really good because there could be a meeting of situations, not necessarily much else. So just keep an eye open and keep a mind open because you don't know what it could be. For your money and materials, you have the Ten of Swords. You've got this coupled with the Strength card, right? So when it comes to your money, finances, and resources, I'm really sorry to say it, but there is this, because the Ten of Swords is, this is an ending, a completion, a culmination. There's some kind of financial aspect around a relationship, a partnership, a connection, or an interaction of some sort that is coming to an end, and it might come to an end very loudly. I'm really sorry to say that. You've got the Three of Swords in your communications. You've got the Ten of Swords in your resources. There's something here. That Eight of Cups spoke very loudly to start with. Some information that finds you around money, finances, and resources is going to set something up as a deal breaker. If this is in a work situation, it might be that you find out that you're being paid 25% less than everybody else in the building. It could be, do you know what I mean? Like there's some news that comes to you and you're like, no, right? If this is in a relationship setting, it could be that maybe you find out that your partner has spent like half of your savings on, I don't know, a speedboat, or maybe even just a holiday, or, whatever the case might be. And you're like, no, fuck no, this is a deal breaker. There's some kind of financial information that comes to you literally, like by the time we get into Thursday, I'm going to call it, right? You will have made the decision, but it may very well be, literally from there on in. Now, when it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Ten of Swords, interestingly enough, tends to show up as the back, but it also has a very Geminian energy, in which case it can be your arms, your hands, and your fingers, especially if you're doing things like weight training, weightlifting, all of that kind of stuff. Please, please, please be extra careful this week, all right? Especially with your back, but especially with your arms, your shoulders, all of the upper extremities, right? Please really look after yourself in that regard this week. When it comes to your home and environment, the Ten of Swords is not an easy card, because it, especially with the Strength card and the Eight of Cups, this could be that there's something that kicks off in your local area and it comes so close to the home that you end up having to kind of step in and intervene. I hope I'm wrong on that front, but it is a possibility. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.